evening, students. I'm Ruchi Pandey, science teacher. I'm from Madhya Pradesh, and I have done my masters in zoology, and I have done my B.Ed, and I just have 2.5 year experience to teach science and maths from class 3rd to 7th students. This is what I did with my career, and I still remember the day when I thought to be a teacher. Okay, so I'm basically ex-KV, and in KV I have gone through many of the teachers as from different states, from with different cultures, and from them I have my one English teacher who is very dedicated to their teaching skills, and everything they do for teaching us was very awesome. And as I'm the average students at that time, I don't remember the things very I just very poor among the English. So she helped me out, and also my class has many of the students who are weak in English. So they help a lot, and with their help, with her help, we all do better in the English. But the period of time after the 1 or 2 years, she's transferred to another state, as always happens in careers, So she gone away, but still we all have some doubts, and now we are in her contact. So she helped all of us from there, and this is the very first experience and very first thing when I realized how is it very important for someone to teach with so enthusiasm, and doing such a work is very good. And then I also experienced this with our science teacher, and then finally I decided to be a teacher. I think I also use such techniques so that I can also give my 100% and make you all feel better and learn easily the question, answer, or the chapter, or the topic, any of the things. I like you to be hearted, learn by heart as I explained. So this is my short story about how I recognizes myself as a teacher. So this is now we are going to discuss about some of the topics here. So first of the question I want to ask you all that, as you know about our planet Earth, and when we look it through the universe, it sees like a blue color, and it is also known as blue planet. So my question is, why the planet Earth is known as blue planet? Anyone can answer? Now just tell me. Yes. Okay, sure. So what you have said? Yeah, due to the presence of water bodies, number of water bodies on the sea on our earth are very much. That's why it says what? Blue colored from the universe. So this is very good. Now my another question, as our earth has many of the water bodies, so what are the uses of water? Can anyone tell me? Yeah, drinking, then washing, then cleaning. So as we use water in many of the ways, and there are many sources of water, that is ponds, lakes, rivers. Now my question is, as we drink water, so why don't we eat any of the water? Why don't we eat any of the water? Instead, we just use filters and another things to clean up our water and then drink it. So, what is the reason behind it? Can anyone tell me about that? Yeah. Right answer. So, it's due to the pollutant and the dirty water it contains. That's why we use different of techniques to clean them up and then we have it. So now my another question to you, why that water is polluted? Why we say that water polluted as we get from the rain? So when we get it from the rain, it is not polluted, but when it comes back to the earth, then it becomes polluted and dirty. So what are the things they contains? That's why we say it polluted or dirty. Yeah, it has many of the dirt particles, sand particles or soil particles. It has many organisms and many as organisms which we can't even see. So anyone can know about the word we use for these organisms which are not seen by our eyes? Yes, microorganisms. And what these microorganisms are? Anybody know about this? From where we get this microorganism? And what is their habitat or any of the information you know about the microorganism? No? Okay, that's a problem. So in today's section we are going to learn about these microorganisms. So we are going to learn about the microorganism in our this class. So let's get started with it. So now we are going to talk about our second chapter, that is microorganism, friends and foe. And microorganisms are also known as microbes, as the word consists of word micro. This micro means that very small. Okay, so microorganisms are the organisms which are actually very minute, that we can't see them through our eyes. Okay, now I tell you one of the example where you can see this, not actually the microorganism, but you may feel their presence. Okay, so in the very wet climate or rainy season, if you put some of your bread and steep for some more time or over the night, 2 or 3 nights, then after some time you realize that some black dots, just for example this is your bread, okay, and it's something moist found here. So after some time you see dots or some black dots over it, and this dots increases with the period of time, and when you observe this bread inside the microscope, then you can see these microorganisms. Okay, or some more example for this is that if you left chapati and if you left dough, then in that also you can see black patches or green patches. This shows the presence of microorganism in it. And as I'm here discussing about microorganisms, we all have in our surrounding many of the microorganisms wandering here and there, and we can't see them as they are very tiny. Now we talk about their habitats. As I'm saying it's all over the environment, so where they actually are. So microorganisms are very minute, so they don't need any of more space. So they are in air,
also, so they can be in water also, as they can live in very icy cold region to very hot region. This is the reason behind their existence. So they found in air, they found in water, they find in every place. They can live inside another organism, or they can live outside in the environment. Also, they can live lonely, as they can move freely, or they can live in colonies, or we can say in the groups. Okay, so here's the microorganism which can live in water or air. They can live inside the body, or they can live outside the body of the host, and they can live lonely, they can live in colonies also. In this way, we can say microorganism can live in any of the place we can't imagine about it. Okay, now the third thing here, that the categorization of microorganisms. It is also very important to categorize our microorganisms. So it's been categorized into 5 types. So first one are viruses, then bacteria, then fungi, then protozoa. Okay, so protozoa, algae, fungi, viruses and bacteria. So these are our 5 basic classification units for the microorganisms. As these are of same character, but viruses are somehow different from all of this. So the only reason for this is they can live or reproduce. They can reproduce outside the body of the host cell, while viruses need host cell. They can go inside the host cell, then only they can reproduce. So what is reproduce? So reproducing is that dividing itself and making new organism out of there. A parent can make their offspring, then it is called reproduction. So when viruses go inside their host cell, then only they reproduce itself and making their offspring. So what are the host organisms? Host organisms are those organisms in which viruses go inside, and viruses take its shelter from there, its nutrient from there, its all the biological activities completed with the help of the host cell. So this is the only difference in the viruses and other categories of the microorganisms. Okay, now let's go through our next point, that is the microorganism as with friends. So I have a question with you, that what are the reasons where we can use microorganisms? Any of you just have ideas about it? Now just tell me. Yeah, we can eat breads, cakes, all these have some microorganism in this. So in this way, they are using they are helping us, and they are using in many of the cooking fields. So they are help us as a friend. Now the next thing that they used in medicinal values, and they are using in agricultural purposes. For agricultural, they are used as nitrogen fixation, or they are using to prevent any of the plant from the another diseases. They used in medicines, as they helpful in making antibodies. So many of the antibiotics are made from this microorganism, and we can also see that microorganism helps as a cleansing agent. As in our environment, many of the organic waste are there. So all these waste are processed using this microorganism so that we can get rid of these garbages. Okay, so in this way we can see microorganisms are work as our friend also. So these are the some of the points. You can also include many other points in later on in the comment sections, and let me know about your points, what you know about it. Now our next question or the next very point are microorganisms as our food, means as our animal. So as microorganisms, some of the microorganisms are helpful for us, as like some of them are very dangerous for us. Okay, so the harmful microorganisms are what they are causing different types of diseases. Okay, so in plants they show another disease, in animals they show their disease they are also, and in this way they are somewhat harmful for us also. As by changing seasons, we have seen many of us get from cold, cough, influenza. All these are also all these diseases are caused by the different types of viruses and bacteria. And some of the diseases like polio and tuberculosis, these are also due to this microorganism. As worldwide in today's situation they are facing the problem of coronavirus, this is also due to such microorganisms. So due to them we face many of the problems in our day-to-day life also, and they act as our friend also. So we discussed some of the diseases regarding this microorganism and learn how to learn them by heart, so that we don't get ruined our chapters and don't let them to ruin our papers also. So let's read about some of the diseases and how we going to learn them in a better way. So mainly we are going through two of the microorganisms, that is bacteria and viruses. We have to mostly read about their effects. As for bacteria, I used one of the mnemonics to learn some of the diseases related to bacteria. You can also make your own to learn the bacterial diseases and viral diseases. So I can write for bacteria, it's a tycho TB. So what is the mnemonics for bacteria? So you can just write tycho TB for bacteria, या फिर हम इसे बोल सकते हैं tycho TB bacteria. Okay, so with T by tycho it's typhoid, with co it's cholera, and with TB it's tuberculosis. So these three diseases are occur due to the bacteria. Now we go through the viruses. So some of the viral diseases is hippo. What we have right, hippo, G. So for viruses we can say hippopotame viruses. What we have say hippopotame viruses. So from hip it's hepatitis B. From po it's poliovirus. from Chi it's chicken pox, and from May it's measles. So these are the 4 diseases which are occur due to the viruses, and these 3 are the diseases from bacteria. So I can write their short here also. It's Tycho TB viral, it's Tycho TB bacteria, and it's Hippopochime viruses. So this is some of the diseases related to bacteria and viruses, and this is now for our today's discussion, and the remaining we taught in our next class. We can just do a quick replay. So we have learned today about microorganisms, and microorganisms are very tiny, and we can't see them from unaided eyes. They are found everywhere in the environment, as alone or in colonies, or inside the hostel or outside the hostel. So microorganisms are divided into the 5 categories, that is algae, fungi, viruses, bacteria, and protozoans. And there are many types of useful things about the microorganism, as well as there are some harmful microorganisms which affect us and cause us diseases. And these are the 2 mnemonics related to the bacterial and viral diseases. So thank you for now. Bye bye.